And as more planes depart from Australia, heading to the southern Indian Ocean as the search for the missing Malaysian jet continues, some Malaysians say life must go on. Lady Christel Regalado reports from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
The bustle of daily life continued for Malaysians as the search for the missing Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 dragged into the second week. The airliner went missing with 239 people on board early on March 8. But Malaysian officials say they are now bracing for the long haul as searches by more than 24 countries turn up few results. Newspaper headlines at one street-side seller in a southern suburb of Kuala Lumpur continued to be dominated by coverage of the search efforts, but customers said they were beginning to feel fatigued.
Life will have to go on now, and we take this as a lesson for all, and we have to be closer together for the best of our mission.
Biar pihak yang berwajib jalankan tugas lah. Cuma sekarang saya macam tak rasa banyak sangat komen-komen yang rasa dalam Facebook ke dalam tu saya rasa macam mengganggu siasatan.
Families of the passengers have faced an emotionally wrenching battle to elicit information from Malaysia's government. Their angst fueled by a steady stream of speculations and false leads. Aircraft and ships have also renewed the search in the Andaman Sea between India and Thailand, going over the areas that have already been exhaustively swept. The country's transport minister has rejected complaints that the country has botched search efforts or refused to share vital information with other governments. But 46-year-old oil and gas consultant Ravi Chandran said he still suspected the Malaysian government knew more than they were letting on.
I want to see something true is coming out from our government, from the people who is up there. This all is not a true story, I think. Something is going on.
An international team hunting for possible debris from the aircraft in the remote southern Indian Ocean yielded no results on Friday, March 23, and Australia's Deputy Prime Minister said suspected debris there may have sunk. On Saturday, 6 aircraft began returning to the region where objects identified by satellite were spotted earlier this week, while 2 merchant ships were also searching the area. China, Japan, and India are sending planes, and Australian and Chinese Navy vessels are steaming to the zone, more than 2,000 kilometers southwest of Perth. Now, on its 3rd week after the plane went missing, patience is running thin. But for some, there's still a glimmer of hope that their loved ones are still alive. This is Lady Christel Regalado from Southeast Asia, Eagle News Bureau.
More reactions from people in Malaysia. Lady Christel reports on how some are ready to expect the worst. Watch this.
Malaysian air passengers were optimistic, but also realistic to the news that Australia may have spotted debris from missing flight MH370 floating in the southern Indian Ocean. Aircraft and ships are searching for debris in remote and stormy seas off Australia that Malaysia's government called a credible lead in the transcontinental hunt for the jetliner missing for nearly 2 weeks. The large objects, which Australian officials said were spotted by satellite 5 days ago, are the most promising find in days as searchers scour a vast area for the plane lost with 239 people on board. But father of one, Abdul Hamid, said the reports, if found to be true, could spell bad news to the families of those on board.
Tapi walau apapun, kita kena reda lah apa yang berlaku dan apa yang akan berlaku, dan kita banyak-banyak berdoa lah. Sebagai seorang bapa, saya pun mengharapkan semuanya selamat lah. Tapi walau macam mana pun, kita kena reda dengan ketentuan Tuhan.
Apa yang kita berdoa, ya Allah, Tuhan, tapi yang banyak, ya Allah, jangan kau tunjukkanlah, ya Allah, ya Allah. Sebab makcik dah tak tahu lah dekat gini kan. Kerinduan makcik sangat dengan dia. Dah lama dah dia pergi dah. Tak tahu lah. Tapi saya bercakap dengan gambar dia. Bila lah cakap aku nak bertemu dengan mak. Macam tu mak. Tapi mak doa kau nak kau selamat. Tapi macam tetap sabar menunggu dia juga. Apa sekali terjadi macam tetap tunggu anak makcik. Tak kira apa sekalipun lah. Kita tetap tunggu juga dia. Tapi sekarang memang tak boleh lagi macam lupa dia. Masih terbayang lagi dia.
Officials said search planes and vessels had failed to confirm traces of the suspected debris field. with the investigation hampered by high winds and strong currents. The area is around 2,500 kilometers southwest of Perth, above a volcanic ridge in waters estimated to be 2,500 to 4,000 meters deep. It has certainly been an emotional roller coaster for the families of the missing passengers on Flight 370. Some of those relatives are already getting some financial support. Automatic insurance payments of as much as $20,000 apiece already have gone out. The money is intended to help the families travel, cover other expenses while they wait for answers. This is Lady Christel Regalado from Southeast Asia Eagle News Bureau.